Today on Artful Things, so happy you roll with me is today's theme, and I am happy that you are with me. Winter is almost over and spring is on the horizon. Watch how I create this cute art piece in art piece inspired from a sushi stamp set. I create my videos to be truly inspiring, so I hope you take away some great ideas. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I'm your host, Serena, and this is Artful Things. Let's get started. Alrighty now, let's rock and roll. Here are some of the elements we'll be working with on this beautiful extravaganza. Let's see, we have some Bristol paper. I really do dig Bristol paper. It's smooth and it's great for stamping and drawing. A little canvas board. I'm a big fan of Jane Davenport. I'm even a bigger fan when I can get it on sale. And this little kit came with 3 distinct stencils. And we're going to go with this one. I'm definitely going to use the elements on this stamp set. And maybe, and definitely that tissue down there that I forgot to bring up. Alrighty. Let me see. I'm just gonna go around lightly with some distress ink just to get the outline going because I'm gonna go over it with pens and alcohol markers and the whole bit. I like to take the time to say hello and I hope everyone's doing well. All's well here with me. As always, I plan on chiming in and out of these videos. They're more for a show, like a art show, and you show how you do things. And with that being said, I hope my videos, spark creativity into you. Here we go. Ta-ta! Love this part. Ta-ta! Okay, I mixed some colors together. It was a light gray, a blue, and a white. I'm just gonna ground her a little bit with, well, let's just say she's wearing a nice sweater. I would have painted arms and hands, but then she would have been gimpy and the whole art piece would have went somewhere else. Alrighty, on to the canvas board. It's a 8 by 10 and I've had this cute little sushi rubber stamp die set forever. And I just happen to have some tissues with some sushi art. Isn't that adorable? It's amazing how pieces come together like that. I know. Yay. Yay! I'm using the same colors that I used for her little sweater for a background. And you might wonder why. It's because I wanted to. I didn't use gesso this time because I wasn't sure what I was doing with the background. I had planned on putting the whole tissue over it, but as time goes on, you're going to see that didn't really happen. So here's one of those rare occasions. There is no gesso. Here's some stamps I'm going to be using. And then I already stamped them out. Okay, they're all stamped out. And I just want to go over a few other elements that I will be using. It's all about the alcohol markers. They can be a little tricky, but you know. You watch a bunch of videos and you figure it out. That's from that stamp set, and I put glossy accent to give them a little bit of a bling. And, of course, paint. For whatever reason, it's just out. Yeah, you see where I'm going with it. The tissue and the young lady and everything. Yay! Double yay, yay, yay. Hokey pokey. Alcohol markers are cool if you know how to do them. Now I have my little point of light I was showing just so I can get the highs and the lows. Now what you're supposed to do, well, you can do whatever you want, but you start with 3 colors, light, medium, and dark, whatever hue you want, and you apply the light first all over, and then you shade it in with the medium, and then you do more, and then you blend with the light. You're gonna see the whole process, and then you come back in with the dark. I love the look of alcohol markers. It's a really distinct and cool look. All right, round 2. I'm coming in with the second color, and I'm gonna color over the spots where I believe where the light is not going to hit. It just takes practice, as with anything. Practice, practice, practice. All right, I'm going back over all that with the first color, which was lighter, the lightest, and I'm just blending in the streak marks and just doing some blending where I see it needs blending. I suppose that is the magic of alcohol markers. It's the layering effect and the blending, but that's like that with all of it, isn't it? Okay, this is the darkest color that I'll be using, and this is definitely going in where the shadows and contouring, where the light points are not hitting. I thought I would hit those ruby red lips now. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a firm believer in using what you have. I have some Copics, some other off-brand. I should have went and got that. Tombow markers. Yoo-hoo. Use what you have. So I decided I wanted to go over her with a fine tip. Excuse me. And Tombows are good for that. So alcohol markers and Tombow markers, everybody plays well together. I'm just going over her little features to kind of bring out her personality. Now remember, we started all this with a little stencil. You can do the same with all of your stencils. I decided to go over her hair with the Tombow for now, just to kind of give definition. If you see the little picture to the right of the screen, there are times that I do a project first before I actually start video it, just to see how I see it in my mind. Is it gonna go well? I don't do that with all, but with some I do. Alrighty, I mixed up a little bit of a pinkish, pinky pink for her hair. And don't ask me why, because I don't know. But yes. I decided to go ahead and have fun with the pink. Yeah, you know, a little bit of pink, a little bit of white. It's gonna be great. Ah, I'm telling you, I should have been a fashion designer. I like how her little sweater's coming out. We can't forget about her hair. Mhm. Just going over a few little details with white paint before the tear out comes. I decided to break out my ink pencils, and these ink and tints are the best. The colors are so rich. They're inks, they're not watercolor, so the colors are vibrant, but it still looks like acrylic. I don't know. I'm not a scientist or nothing. It's just, I just love them. So I'm kind of just doing an outline right now of her hair, messing around before the big tear out. Yeah, you see how that color just comes to life? So after you put down your ink pencils, wherever they may be, you go over it with water brush, and it's magical. I love it. And here's a up close and personal after I put on little pastels around her cheeks and stuff. So yeah, and here we go. I don't know why well, I do know why I do this. I enjoy creating whatever the main subject, especially if it's a beautiful woman. First, mainly Bristol, and then adhere it to some sort of a canvas, mainly a board. I just dig how the artwork pops out. And I just don't want to get lost in the canvas, if that makes any sense. Anyway, there she is. I actually decided to cut her out because I wanted to get up close and personal. And of course, we're going to do some inking because I am inking. I'm an inker, yes. So I'm tearing off the last layer of that beautiful tissue napkin. And let me see. Yeah, I decided to put it on one side instead of covering the whole canvas with the tissue. I I like how that looks. And never be afraid to place things as you work on them. Because art has a way of dictating itself. Hmm. So I'm using a little bit of matte medium, great adhesive for paper on paper. We'll be breaking out the Tacky Elena soon. Yep, I decided to do the second layer just to give it a little bit more depth. And yeah. Now here's the tacky glue, the beat down. Elena's gonna get the job done. Never be afraid of the glue. You gotta get in there with your fingers and spread it all the way out to the end for it to work properly. Yeah, just seeing how this is coming along, it just made me all giddy inside. I found some ribbon that I thought would be a nice little texture. That's one of the cool things about working on a canvas board. You can kind of throw a lot at it as you can with like working in an art journal or something. You kind of limit it because you want it to lay flat. At least I do. So a canvas board, you can kind of build up layers, which is kind of cool. For me, anyway. Alright, here's that cute sushi set that I've been dying to use. And I colored it out with markers. Now I want to show you how I use the glossy accent. Glossy accent, whatever you put it on, it kind of like dries and like a little bubble sheen. It gives to me, it gives it a little bit of a bling. So I'm just putting it on just places where I definitely want to shine and kind of stand out. Some people use glossy accents as an adhesive, but I couldn't do that because I have Elena and she's a little bit more affordable for that. But you do you. Okay, everybody's all cut out. We're ready for the final touches. As we approach the grand finale, I just want to take the time to say thank you for making it this far through the video. If you find value in this video, please subscribe, like, share, and even comment. It will help my channel out greatly. Until next time, I love YouTube. Bye.